What's new, crew? If you're new, my name is Cassandra. Today we are starting the first seeds of 2025. Not going crazy today. We're not going to. I live in zone 4B. I still have 12 weeks until the later end of my last frost date. My last frost is usually between April 24th through like the middle of May, May 12th, May 15th, something like that. I've got a ways to go before then. I'll usually put my cold weather seeds like my peas, my beans, maybe my corn, lettuces, spinach. I'll put those in the ground closer to the beginning of May, and then I wait to put in my full garden usually until Memorial Day weekend, because we are about 2 weeks past our last frost date at that point. And even then sometimes we'll have temperatures get kind of cold, and it's still a little bit of a gamble here even at that point. So all I have in front of me today for starting, just the handful of seeds that we're starting today, are some plastic cups. I've used a handful of different methods over the years. Some of them I've shown on here. I do still like the Burpees seed cell packs. The only thing that I dislike about those is if you're starting them early, you will usually have to up pot them. And when I end up up potting them, I just end up putting them in a plastic cup anyways. So sometimes I will still start them in the Burpees seed cells, and then just know that I'm probably gonna have to up pot them later into these. And some years I just put them in the cups in the beginning, and then I don't have to mess with it at all. I can just start the seed, put it on underneath the grow lights, and we'll be ready to go. And I don't have to worry about up potting and up potting and up potting. You will see a lot of people who start seeds do that. They will start them in smaller cells, and as the plant needs, they will continuously take them out of one smaller celled pot and put them into a bigger pot to fit them as they grow. Nothing wrong with that. I just think it takes extra time, extra resources. I'm very busy this year especially. I'm nearing my 3rd trimester at this point. I am going to be starting to slow down at least a little bit. I say that, but probably not. I mean, just like quickness wise, I'm not going to be as quick doing things. It's not that I'm actually going to be slowing down on what I'm doing. It's just, it's going to take me a little bit longer to get things done, and that is not something I want to mess around with this year. So we're just doing the paper cups. I have a big thing of potting mix here. This is just a basic potting mix. It's Miracle Grow. Miracle Grow. Pretty sure we got this at Menards. I went out to the shop today and pulled it out of the shop. It's like 45 degrees. Originally I wanted to do this outside, but now it is starting to snow, or rain, snow, it's something else. So what we are starting today in all of our cups here is just some herbs that I'm gonna put in my window. They all died over the winter. Shocking with how cold and disgusting it is. I like to keep like little cups like this of herbs in my kitchen window, and we will use them fresh throughout the winter. And they all died, and I never restarted any. So that's what we're doing today. Today I also want to start some of this lime basil for my window from MI Gardener. I will link my seed haul down below if you're interested in everything I got for this year. But I want to start just a couple of these, and maybe we'll be able to try them, and then we'll figure out, because if we really like them, then I'll make sure that I have more of those, and I can even order another package. We're gonna do just some large Italian leaf basil, also from MI Gardener, Burpees cilantro, Burpees chives, and Burpees oregano, just for some fresh use during cooking. And then the other thing we're starting today are some carnations. Both of these are not supposed to be started until 6 to 8 weeks before my last frost, but I want to give these a little bit of extra time to get a little bit hardier, a little bit bigger. I would also really like to be able to gift these as like Father's Day gifts or Mother's Day gifts, and that means I would like them to be blooming, and they take some time to reach maturity, 130 days, and that'll give me enough time if I start them now to where maybe they'll be blooming, or they'll be like just about to bloom. So all I did was filled my cups with dirt and water. a little bit of water just to make it a little bit moist. I like to leave a good amount of room on the top, especially for my window herbs. That way they can kind of grow up and come over the cup just a hair. Some of my soil cups are a little bit drier. That is okay. I'm still gonna start my seeds, and then I'll give everything a little bit of a drink as it needs while I'm starting it. So I watched a couple videos on how to start carnations, and they don't really need to be buried that much. Everyone said to just put them very near the surface of my seed cell here, and to not even cover them all the way, and let them just kind of do their thing. So that's what I'm going to do. I started, how many cups did I start? 10. I started 10 of my little soil cups here. I only need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does that sound right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I need 5 of these for herbs, because I'm only gonna do 1 cup of each. So I'm gonna set aside 5 cups, and the rest of these cups, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, wonderful. The rest of these 5 cups, you know what, I'm gonna start 1 more. I'm gonna do 6. That way I can do 3 white and 3 pink of my carnations. So I'll show you how I did 1 cup. I just took my cup into my seed bag, or into my soil bag, and put some dirt in it. And now I'm gonna put a little bit of water in it and just kind of mix it in with a spoon. That way all of the soil in the cup gets to be a little bit moist. These are gonna be our carnations. I'm gonna start with the pink ones. We're gonna go down this line here. Oh my gosh, how teeny tiny are you guys? How super teeny tiny those guys are. More seeds in these than I'm going to need, but because I've never done these before, I can always go back and thin them if I need to. And these are our white variety, also just super teeny tiny. Same thing, I'm gonna put in probably more seeds than I should, but I can pick the start that looks the best and pick off the rest. I would love to know from you guys if you've done carnations. Have you ever direct sowed them? Because originally my plan was to just kind of throw the seeds out in the yard where I want them to be and hope that they came up. Is that a bad plan? Let me know if you've done this before. So for these herb cups, it's a lot less nerve-wracking for me because you really can't mess these up. There's a ton of seeds in here. So I'm just gonna pull the soil back a little bit, dump in some seeds, push it back. Really simple. And we're gonna do that with all of these. The cool thing about wanting these to be kitchen herbs is that if I get a ton of seeds in here, which is exactly what we're doing, and I get a lot, that's kind of exactly what I'm going for. So I'm not looking to be like perfect in these. If I wanted to, when the time comes, when the weather warms up, I can definitely put these outside, plant them in the garden or plant them kind of wherever. Cilantro seeds. And for our last one here, we're just gonna go in some of this lime basil, which I'm very excited about. I'm gonna be a little bit lighter handed with my lime basil here because I do want to be able to put some of this in the garden in between some of my plants this year, but I also want to try it beforehand because if it turns out we really like it, I'll make sure I order this and I plant more. Okay, very last thing we're gonna do is just give these guys a little bit of a drink over the top of our seeds, just to make sure that our seeds are getting wet. If you feel the need, you can go back and poke some holes in the bottom of your cups here for some drainage if you feel like you need it. Sometimes I do that and sometimes I don't. It just kind of depends on how the plants are looking, because they're just herbs. They are gonna grow pretty easily, hopefully. I say that, but I've never had issues doing it like this and just plopping them in my kitchen windowsill and letting them go. I'm just going to give them a little bit of drink on top. I'm gonna go lighter in my cups that look a little extra moist and a little heavier in my cups that are a hair dryer. And we will reconvene. Very simple, very easy project today, but just gets you a little bit excited for the start of 2025 and what is going to be when we start a whole lot of seeds in probably about a month and a half or so, just depending on when we can get the seed room set up and things like that. The next project for us to get set up for is chicks and ducks. We get ours from Tractor Supply. We talked to Tractor Supply yesterday. Chicks and ducks come in like next week, a couple days from now. So we got to get our brooder box set up and everything ready to go for that. Luckily, we have a couple days of warm weather, so hopefully we'll be able to do that over the weekend here, and then chicks are in. We'll make it a family outing. We will all go to Tractor Supply, get some chicks, let the kids pick out their ducks, and that'll be kind of another check mark off of the list for 2025 for homestead goals and just things that we want to expand upon this year. But it gets you excited that warm weather is coming, especially with the really nice weather we've had here in the Midwest over the last 2 days. It's been like 50 degrees. The sun is shining. We are getting to that point where the time is going to change. So spring is among us, and it's just a small project to get done while we are waiting for the big projects to come. And believe it or not, I actually did not make that big of a mess, which is wonderful. So I'm actually going to take these cups and put them right in my soil bag here. Soil bag can go probably make its way into the garage instead of bringing it out to the shop. Put our seeds away, and it was just a very quick, easy project that we took care of today together. Let me know what you guys are starting seed wise, herb wise. If you guys have anything really cool, definitely let me know on the carnations if you've ever started any of these, or if you have a good resource for me to check out. That would be greatly appreciated, because I don't want to mess these up. I'm very excited about them. So I hope wherever you are, you guys are having a fantastic day. Thanks for hanging out with me. Just a little quick one today, and I will see you guys in another video.